Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to get this look that I have on right now. This look is the look that I have been doing in my recent vlogs over on my vlog channel. And that is because I have been going to a bunch of PR events recently here in Melbourne. And for those events, they are like kind of semi-formal or cocktail parties. So I wanted to look a little bit more classy, a little bit more done up. So I changed up my everyday makeup routine ever so slightly to match the occasions. And you guys have loved it on the vlog channel. So you've been requesting a tutorial and here it is. I hope you guys are ready. And without further ado, let's begin. All right, everyone, so I am here barefaced with you today to do a complete go-to glam look. On my recent vlogs, I went to a lot of cocktail events with my friends here in Melbourne, Australia, and you guys were in love with my makeup look that I wore in those videos. So today I'm going to show you how I got that look for those events, and it actually is pretty much the exact same as my previous tutorial. My everyday makeup routine, only like upped a bit. Like I didn't really change too much from that routine to the glam look. So today I'm gonna kind of recreate that for you guys. So let's start. You know the regular girl problem, like, oh, forgets to dampen your beauty blender, like story of my life, you guys. You may notice I have a lot of breakouts, like acne spots lately, and that's because I've been breaking out a lot since I moved here, which is unfortunate, but I knew that would happen. So I have I had a bunch here and I had one here, and I had a lot around my cheeks, just all over my face. Basically, I had a lot of breakouts. And then I also was feeling stressed lately, so I bit my lips. So please pardon all the blotchiness on my face, you guys. Like, moving countries is stressful, okay? But anyway, let's start off with base makeup. And my favorite go-to base makeup, my foundation, that I use whenever I want my skin to look absolutely flawless and last all night, is always my Kate Powderless liquid foundation. It's a Japanese brand, but it's like holy grail for me. So I mixed these two colors together to kind of get close to my perfect match for my skin tone, and it is OCB and OCD. So one is lighter than the other, so I just go ahead and mix that on the back of my hand. So taking OCB, I do about 2 pumps. That's the lighter shade. And then taking 1 pump of OCD just to darken it up a little bit. Then going in with this new beauty blender by Eco Tools that I got recently at an event. I just have that dampened, and I just go in and apply that to my areas of concern first. When applying foundation, you guys, it's always important to start at the center of the face and work your way out. I always see beauty YouTubers start here, and it drives me crazy. Like, I understand if men do that because that's where they need to cover first, because they have a lot of facial hair there usually that they want to cover. But like, usually for most people, it's important to start at the center of the face. Like, it's a makeup artist like technique. You always like start at the center of the face and work your way out. That way you don't have like an obvious color difference around your jawline and your neck. I don't know, you guys, let me know in the comment section down below, where do you prefer to start with your foundation? And I take whatever is left over and put that around the jawline and like just the beginning of the neck. And lately my forehead has been getting a lot of clogged pores, so I try to put minimal makeup on there. I don't know why, I used to never have a problem with clogged pores, especially on my forehead, but recently, like, it's been non-stop. So I like to take the smallest amount of foundation and apply that to my forehead. Mostly just covering up the areas where I had the breakouts. Then dragging whatever is left over of my sponge onto my eyelids. Then just going in and concealing my dark circles with my NARS Creamy Concealer in Vanilla. Or is it custard? I think it's vanilla. I really like this Eco Tools sponge because it's just small enough for my face and to get into those really small crevices. And because I have been breaking out a lot lately, I have been using a concealer on my areas of concern that have a lot of like pigmentation or scabbing, just because I was going to events. I wanted a little more of a full coverage look. So I was going in with this Suzanne Stretch Concealer. It's like a Japanese drugstore brand. It's really cheap, but it has really good coverage. So I've just been using this to like spot cover my forehead and this one spot here, and then around here as well. I don't know. Yeah. For me, I really like natural looking high coverage, if that makes sense. So I don't like something that looks too cakey or too obvious that you're wearing makeup, but I like the coverage to still be high but believable. For my powder, I've just been using the NYX palette, the new one that I got recently, and taking the banana color and then the lighter, more pink tone shade. I've been using that to set my base makeup just because, like I said, I've been having a lot of problems lately with clogged pores and I can't tell which powder of mine might be doing it. So I've just been mixing the two colors on this Eco Tools powder brush, picking that up and then just kind of applying first into the center of the face really lightly, and then kind of working it all throughout. Going in, I've been doing a lot of contouring lately, so I have been just using the same NYX palette as per usual now. This has become like my new favorite contour and powder palette because it's just so good. There's so much variety. Just taking that lightest shade on this contoured angle brush and just starting along the jawline. Just following your natural shape and just lightly dragging that along. And then pulling it down and just kind of slowly working at it and blending it up onto the cheek. Taking that same shade and now carving out the cheekbones ever so lightly. For me, if I'm gonna do a cheekbone contour, I like it to be super light and natural looking. So I like it to all really blend. And then just taking whatever is left over on the brush, I just do around my forehead hairline, just for a little bit of added warmth and color. I don't really contour much of my forehead since I'm not someone who really needs it. So I just lightly go over for more balance. Because it would be weird if I did contour all in the lower portion of my face and then the upper portion was just like foundation. Wouldn't look too right. Now that my contour is done for my face, I just go in and do my nose as well. And as you guys already know, it's the same as usual. I just take my Espoir eyebrow kit and I take the lightest shade on my Sigma 3D HD Precision brush. And I just go ahead and contour my nose like usual. Recently for my blush, I've been using Sigma's Heavenly Blusher just because it's more of a deeper warm coral shade rather than the bright ones that I have. And just taking a small blush brush, I just apply that like I normally do. So just right over top of that contour line, but a little bit higher than it. And then pulling it in towards the center portion of my face. Then whenever I feel like it's just a little too much, I just go back in with my powder brush and just kind of like buff over it to soften it out. Then recently I have been loving the Bobbi Brown Illuminating Highlighter Palette. This is the one that I got in Japan in one of the vlogs like a few weeks ago, and I am absolutely in love in it. I actually filmed a first impression review on it, but the lighting was bad and you couldn't see the glow. And the lighting in my new place is like so much better, you guys. Like you can actually see the glow of stuff in my videos. But yeah, I'm in love with this highlighter. I totally recommend it. It gives the perfect iridescent, like dewy skin kind of like wet look, like you'll see in a second, but I am in love with it. It was on the more pricey side, but you guys, it's like it was so worth it. It's just the most stunning, like get ready. You ready? Like look at that. Isn't it like, it's just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Like can we? It just gives like the most beautiful look to the skin. Oh, it's so pretty, you guys. Like, can we? Like the NYX Strobe of Genius palette is gorgeous, but this like literally gives like this gorgeous wet iridescent look. I love it. I love it so much. Like, ugh. Then I just go in and highlight the tip of my nose with a bit of this highlighter as well. So I just like boop. Just a little boop right there. And then I also like putting it right to there. This is the part where I like to go in and do my eyebrows. And for my eyebrows, I've been doing it a little bit different lately. I've been going in with my Espoir kit and taking the middle shade. So I'm going a bit darker lately because my hair is a little bit darker. So so just taking, this is so funny. This is actually a paintbrush from Michaels. And it's just, I don't even know what it is. Royal and Lang Nickel 63 centimeter I don't know, but it's just this really fine synthetic angled brush, and I've been using it for my eyebrows and it's absolutely perfect. So picking up that middle shade right there and tapping off the excess, what I've been doing for drawing on the fake hairs is I've just been going and like flicking upwards. So not like having it this way, but going this way, and it works so well. Just flicking. Then just normally applying that powder to my sparse areas, which is always right here for me. And then I just do my normal brow routine, so nothing really changes there. Next, just going in with a spoolie brush, I just lightly buff out the hairs. As per usual, going in with my XL eyebrow mascara in the ash brown shade, I just go over my eyebrows really lightly to just make sure that the hairs are in place, and it's also kind of like evens out the color or any extra sparse areas that are a little bit hard to fill in. Except for at the ends. At the ends I like them to be straight and in place. But at the front of my eyebrows, I love having them pulled up. Next, moving on to the eyeshadow for this look, I've just been going in with the L'Oreal Paris La Palette Nude 2. So it's the warm kind of cool tone. No, it's the cool tone palette. I don't know. But I have been in love with it recently, and particularly I have been in love with the third lightest shade right here. It's kind of this really dusty, like kind of a, I don't even know, to be honest, but it just looks so good on, well, I think it looks really good on me. It's totally my style lately, you guys. Like, I'm in love with that kind of really dusty look. So I've just been picking up that shade with the puff provided to really pack on that color. And I've just literally been packing on that color all over my lid area. So it's really similar to my everyday makeup routine, just using a different shade. It's just a tad darker. It's kind of like this really lovely dusty lavender shade. Then I've just been doing the same to the lower lash line as well. So inner corner all the way to the outer, and connecting it to that top part. Just taking my EcoTools dual-ended blending brush, taking the blending side, I just pick up more of that same shade, and I just go ahead and blend out that crease area. And just kind of all the outer edges. I really like that smoky, soft look. For the inner corner area, I've just been taking that highlighting palette and taking that lightest non-shimmery shade and using it right on that inner corner. Just because it's a really nice matte but soft, not white shade, kind of like an off-white shell color. And it just works really well for that inner corner, just to brighten it up without adding a shimmer. For the brow bone, I've been using the same highlighter for my face. I pretty much always do this, but I've just been taking the Bobbi Brown one and picking it up. And I just go over the brow bone. And then taking a little bit more of that, I put it right on that inner corner. But I don't really like spread it too much. I just keep it like isolated right on the tear duct. And this is kind of where it really changed up, because I don't normally do this, but recently for this particular going out event makeup look, I've been using this Play 101 pencil in number 50. It's this really creamy eyeliner in a dark brown shade, and it's been perfect for my winged eyeliner. But the thing is, you have to do it fast because it is really creamy, but it sets quickly. So I've just been going ahead and creating a small wing on the outer portion, just kind of like a blob but in a triangle shape, like kind of what I want it to be, like the shape. And then going in with an angled synthetic brush, I just pull it around while it starts to set, creating a wing. So just kind of flicking it up in the shape that I normally do. And this kind of creates a really nice smoky wing. So now that the outer portion of my wing is done, I just go in and I finish the rest of the eye. So just apply a really small amount all along my lash line, all the way to that inner corner. And then I just do the exact same thing and quickly blend it out. Sometimes I might feel like I need more, so I just kind of redo it a little bit at a time. I'm sure there's probably like a better product to use for this kind of technique, but this is like the only thing I have really, so. Then because I want this look to maintain that smoky kind of look, I just go over that eyeliner with the same eyeshadow I used all over the eye, and just with the blending brush to lightly blend it out. It all kind of just meshes together. Then going in with the same eyeliner, I just lightly tightline my upper lash line, but not my lower. Then sometimes I go in and pick up that same highlighter from before, and taking the middle darker part of that highlighter, I just go ahead and pop that right onto the middle portion of my eye, just to add a little bit of dimension. And then going in and curling my lashes. And then going in with my usual favorite, my Majolica Lash King mascara. Just really heavily applying that to the upper and lower lashes. And that pretty much is it for the face and eyes. I just usually finish off with doing my lips. And for my lips lately, I've been doing it a little bit different. I've actually been lining my lips a little bit. You'll see in a second, but I have just been going in with the Play 101 pencil in number 30, and it's kind of this burgundy shade. And I've just been lining my lips with it. A mistake a lot of people make with lip liner is not blending it after, so they just do the lines and that's it. And that's where you get that kind of like old school trashy kind of look. So it's really important that after you line, you kind of go in with the liner and kind of blend it outwards. Think of it as creating a gradation for your lips, just with liner. And then after that, I've also been creating lines. So pulling from in and out, doing about 6 lines in total. So 3 up top, 3 in the bottom. And this makes your lips look fuller and juicier. So kind of like less flat, more like plump. And don't worry, I don't leave it at this because this looks pretty crazy. I go in with a cotton bud after and just kind of lightly buff it all out. Now, this isn't the best liner for lips. It is one of the ones that starts to set, so it does get a little bit chunky looking, but it's the best I have on me. Honestly, you guys, I need to buy like lip liners because like I literally like don't have any. So if you guys have any recommendations for wonderful mauve good quality lip liners that stay in place but blend really nicely, let me know in the comments section down below. But after that is when I just go in with a lip tint over top, and I've been using my usual Etude House Berry Delicious one that was in the previous everyday makeup tutorial. It's in the cards above if you want to watch that video, so make sure you check out the cards above. But otherwise, today I'm going to be using a very similar color, and it is the La Biote Wine Lip Tint in CR01. These lip tints are really good too, but they're extremely like pigmented, so it's easy like to put too much. But this color is super similar to my Etude House one. And that is it, you guys. This is the look. It is looking a little bit different right now, especially the lips, just because I did use a different product. And I've been biting my lips a lot lately, so they're a bit chapped. But this is the look that I have done in my recent event vlogs where I've gone out for the night and I had to dress like classy or do like, I don't know, event makeup. So anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial. Let me know in the comments section and down below. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe, but of course only if you want to, and I will see you guys next time.